Hi, y'all. Like I said, I'll be back. I just have to be very, very careful what I select on this menu, otherwise that delay will show up again. Hopefully, the problem has been solved, but I don't know for sure. Hopefully, though, we'll test it in the playback. We'll test it in the playback. We'll talk with Arcade.
What's up?
And I'm going to hear this playback. So, what's your opinion on the current situation?
I think you're on the right track. The only way to ensure
Perfect. Awesome. Awesome. So it worked. Okay. I just have to be very, very careful. Otherwise, I'm going to have to upload this in 3 parts. And who knows how short the third one will be. Or the second one. Go right past these ants. And then this right here. They exploded. Thump thump. Okay. I think that's a unique grenade rifle, and I have a grenade rifle here. Okay. So awesome. That's been averted. So what do we gotta do here? Restart the 2 array generators and reset the main power breaker. Okay, these. Now, y'all, don't shoot the artillery. Or I'll go get Hillary. Not necessarily Hillary Clinton, just anyone named Hillary. Hillary Swank. Hillary Duff. Somebody. Okay, so we still need one. We still need a wrench. Be very, very careful. Oh, look, a mini nuke. Arcade. Okay, that doesn't work. Unfortunately, it does not explode. I think it does in Fallout 4, just not here. I'm gonna run out of stuff here. Gonna run out of inventory space very quickly. Yep, bam. And I can't even jump. I am just collecting ammo. Give me a weapon repair kit over here. Come on. Where are the... Oh, it's over here. Yeah, I know I'm over encumbered. I was there. Hey. You are incapable of shooting these. Thanks. He's my pack dog. My pack Brahmin. Hey, hear what freaking Arcade says.
Sure. Just don't treat me like a pack Brahmin, okay?
Arcade, I guarantee goddamn to you at least once you will be treated like a pack Brahmin. If not now, then later. Alright? Don't worry less about that. And worry more about, you know, I don't know. I don't really give you anything to worry about. Apart from, you know, traveling with me and avoiding dying. I like to think I'm good travel company. Now we just need a ranch. Oh, a marksman carbine. Even better. That's a fantastic gun here. Wow, you're glowing. Your coat is reflective. Yes, let me select the correct button this time. Good Lord. That is a Mr. Gutsy. Hello, General Dad.
I can take care of that robot problem for you. Just saying.
Eddie is not a problem. What is wrong with you people? What the fuck? Okay, I don't really. What's this? Okay, so we'll just. Here's the thing. A 65 or higher, or use parts. Reflector panels on this array are damaged. Salvage parts could be used to repair the array. Using your knowledge of photovoltaic cells, you thoroughly clean, polish, and upgrade the solar panels. You also clean and rewire some degraded circuits you spotted. Array efficiency improved by 50%. Should we... Oh, pff, I accidentally banned and unbanned. All of this needs to be fixed. Just making fucked up ass noises around here. Awesome. So we just did all that for Raquel and Loyal. Yeah, this place was literally an Air Force base, and like, I mean, y'all heard the history from Pete. From Not So Easy Pete. A child Pete. Although when he grows up, he won't be child Pete. Maybe difficult Pete. Maybe one day, little Pete of the Boomers will one day take on the mantle of difficult Pete. Or no, maybe Easy Pete will die of old age, and then he'll be the new Easy Pete. But he's not very easy, you know? He's very difficult. Well, he's not difficult to get along with, you know? And he does like explosives. Raquel, your plan didn't work. I'm still alive.
I see the power's back on. The ants are all dead?
Yeah, it's safe to go down there now.
Maybe Pearl is right about you, because I don't know how you pulled that off. I'll tell Loyal to send someone down to clear out the eggs and repair the generators. Good work.
Thanks. And now they love us. Sunshine Boogie. Sunshine Booger. Report the good news. Okay, cool. We'll report the good news to Loyal. We could do a little quest for Jack, but I don't really want to. So we're not going to. Because it requires going back and forth and the Crimson Caravan and all that. I don't want to fucking do that. I don't feel like doing that. At least not yet, so I'm not going to do it. we just a little problem solver? We go in, talk to the boomers, shine their shoes for them, and they are in our palms. Not like we're gonna do anything bad to them while they're in our palms, but they are definitely in our palms. Palmage has been achieved.
Hello, outsider. Need something?
Blah, blah, blah. Can I get a code to use the VR pods in the mess hall?
No, those aren't for outsiders to use. Leave them alone.
I'm genuinely interested in your people's history. What are the pods for?
Well, if you genuinely care so much, they're flight simulators. If you don't know our history yet, you should see Pete and get the tour. We dream to one day rule the skies.
I repair the solar arrays and increase their efficiency.
An impressive piece of work. I'll keep that in mind if jobs come up in the future.
You bang.
Don't get blown up.
Oh yay, we can mark Spee. Let's save it. And then we level up. And I grab my notebook. Alright, let's look here. Okay. I think Meltdown is the one we want, right? Pretty sure. Let's look at this. Okay, yeah, we found 2 Nikola Tesla books. So that means we can bring our energy weapons up to 92. And then that's basically maxed out because then we're gonna get the rest of the books, skill books for that. And then what do you call it? Energy weapons. Meltdown, I think, is the next one we're gonna get. Science is where it's at. As is repair. You can get up speech a little bit, or you could give a point each to speech and barter. I like that. Oh, weapon handling is a good one too. Maybe we'll get that one next. Because it doesn't really apply to us right now. There's not really any weapons we want to use that are outside of our ability to use them due to weapon handling. So maybe that's going to be a thing in the future. Also tag. That's not going to happen yet. So Meltdown. Meltdown it is. Meltdown causes foes killed by your energy weapons to give off a corona of harmful energy. Note, this can cause a chain reaction. And I think the perk is a little undescribed. So I think I'm going to demonstrate on these fine boomers here. We'll find one in the mess hall or something. Is this a mess hall? No. It's like a spot with a hangar or something. Maybe we'll have to demonstrate on Loyal. That. That is what we're talking about. That's not a corona. That's an explosion. That is a bona fide kablooey. So now we'll talk to Pearl.
You aren't stealing our medicine, are you, Doc?
You are such an asshole. He's not, but I'm just so tired of hearing that. Usually you hear more a variety of things, but I think because I joined the followers, they can somehow intuit that I'm a follower, which is odd. I'm like, why would you assume that as doctors we're here to steal medicine? Most doctors are, well, I guess it depends on the doctor, but I feel like a lot of doctors you might find in New Vegas are people who are serious enough about doctoring that they care about the people they're doctoring.
You have done well to earn the trust of my people, child.
Well, I think. I've done everything I can to help out.
I believe the time has come for you to show your value in full. The people have come to accept having you around. Find Loyal and ask him about our people's fondest dream. He will tell you what to do next.
Okay. I cannot imagine what that's about. Just looking around, checking to see if she has any skill books. One sec, y'all. Gotta text somebody. Yeah, I really did enjoy myself with the friggin' dodgeball thing. I feel like whatever place, whatever spaces I'm going to be a part of, I'll have to spend more time with them, or I'll have to spend more time with any space, but I'm looking to make friends, you know? So, I want, it's important to me after so long where I was living, of not being able to spend time with the people that I love and care about in person, that I get to do that here, you know, or that I get to make bonds and friendships. Jack, I swear to God. Little shit, I'm gonna rip your balls off. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not usually that hostile to him. He's a sweetheart. He's just a little guy. I think that's the best way to describe him. You got any skill books here? Skill books. No.
Pearl sent word saying it's all right to tell you about the lady in the water.
That sounds a really creepy, Loyal.
Ain't nothing creepy about it. It's a term of respect. A long time ago, long before the war that killed just about everything that ever lived, a bomber crashed not far from here. A bomber was a flying contraption that could drop explosives down on anything it flew over. But anyway, moving on. This bomber crashed down in Lake Mead, pretty damn near intact. When we got to Nellis, see, I found this article in a magazine all about it. There was another B-29 around here, part of a museum. Couldn't fly, but had a lot of spare parts, see? Get where I'm going? Since I was a young man, I've dreamed of raising that lady from the lake and bringing her back to life. What do you say?
Where is the bomber located?
It's at the bottom of Lake Mead. I'll mark its location on your Pip-Boy map.
How do you expect to raise a bomber from the bottom of the lake?
Simple. Attach deployable ballast to the plane. And
He says
float it
simple.
on up. Here is a remote detonator. Once the ballast is attached to the plane, just hit the detonator from the shore and let buoyancy handle the rest.
Alright, I'm game.
Good. Here's the deployable ballast. Go find the plane, attach the ballast, and hit the button.
Any ideas on how to get to the bottom of Lake Mead without drowning?
Might try holding your breath. If that doesn't sound good enough,
Cute.
talk to Jack. He was working on a rebreather once.
Rebreather.
I can't believe we may see the super fort. So you're the outsider. Lived your whole life out there, huh? Wow. I always thought you savages probably spoke a different language. But I hear you sound like us.
Loyal said you could help me breathe underwater?
I just need some parts from a pressure cooker to create a hermetic seal for the rebreather.
Corn silk, rubber hose, and removable adhesive would make a good hermetic seal.
That's a brilliant idea. I can put that together right now.
That means I don't have
Here
to go
you
fetch you a
New
fucking
rebreather.
pressure cooker. Alright, time for me to go.
Later.
And oh lord, the journey to Lake Mead is gonna have some surprises for us, so good thing we have the freaking meltdown perk. I don't want to steal from them, even if they wouldn't notice or care that strongly. You know, like stealing in of itself is like if you're stealing from an enemy or if you're stealing from someone who has too much. I think that's different. But if you're stealing from people who need everything that they use, or who like are in the habit of like, you know, like they're, I don't know, if they're like a self-sufficient people or they're just trying to do their thing. I'll tell you what I think about the boomers. They're very interesting, to be sure, and honestly, I have to respect the fact that they are looking after themselves, or they're looking after their own. Obviously, I prefer they not bomb anyone who comes close, but I also understand why they do it as like a preventative measure, just so that people don't get, what do you call it? That way you keep people away, just in case they could be harmful. What was it that Pete was saying about, like, you know, are the bombs keep the savages away who might harm us, or keep away any who might harm us. So obviously they know that not everyone is a threat. They just treat everyone like a threat as a policy, and they're kind of killing people who may or may not have it coming. Like, they're people who are might just be wandering into the area. Maybe they don't read the signs, they don't look at the signs, and then before they know it, they're getting bombed to shit. And their dreams of dropping, or the dropping ordnance from the skies, of ruling the skies, it's like, okay, what are you going to do with that power? Like, are you going to use it for your own ends? Are you going to use it to protect yourselves? Are you going to use it to expand? But they're not a bad group of people, and if I can get them on my side, I might be able to steer them in the right direction, you know? We could try that train tunnel now. It'll take us kind of closer to that area. Or this time we'll be going from the boomer side of the train tunnel. Assuming that the entrance is not locked. I think it is. Like, very locked. Like, very hard level. At least I know on the other side it is, and maybe I'll be able to open it from the inside easy enough. But also maybe not. And I don't have my lockpick isn't high enough. Yeah, that's not happening. My lockpick is 75, so if I read a magazine, that would only take it to 95, not 100. Which sucks, because there's not even good treasure in there. Oh, I wish I could get up on that highway. You know you could do that in Fallout 3, and you can do it in Fallout 4. Huh. Actually, can you do it in Vegas? Like, it just looks like you could, right? You know? I don't think they have anything going on up there. It would just be cool to travel it. Is there a way? My dehydrate. There, 2 waters will fix that right up. If I could somehow get on that platform area, I could get up on that thing. But I don't know if that's possible. I've never really tried getting out there. The whole area probably has a freaking Bethesda-style invisible wall. Oh, damn it. Yep, why I tell ya. You can kind of get up here, but then going forward, not working. Okay, well that's okay. I'm gonna do that frickin' out of bounds ARG, RNG, whatever you call it. I don't even know what the acronym stands for, but I know it's typically video game style horror. I had an interesting dream last night. I was like, it was like my dad and I were in this house, like we were like this place that we were moving into, or we are already moved into, I'm not sure. But it had a whole lot of kind of scary things going on with it, like weird tentacle bugs would crawl out of certain spots if you stood on them long enough. And we figured out a way to best each issue, like each problem. But then he was like, okay, good job. Now, there's only one thing you have to do, and if you don't want to do it, you don't have to, but the basement needs to be cleared. And I was like, what's the deal with the basement? Like, you know, what would... And apparently the basement was an even scarier. It was completely dark. I don't know why, but I had it... Like, I didn't go into the basement, but I knew what was going on with it. It was this scary area that would have like lots of jump scares and whatnot. And I felt like part of me was playing a game, but also it felt like a very real fear. So it's like, why would I have jump scares and whatnot? It was that I was worried about. I think I was worried that if I went there, I would be like psychologically damaged beyond repair. Raoul's home. Okay, thank you, Raoul, for this gift. Of the things I'm about to... Guns and bullets! And it was just interesting, because I knew, like, I didn't want to... I think it's not the first time that I've been there in my dreams, or that I've been around there in my dreams. I just knew it was a scary area that I didn't want anything to do with. Okay. We have... Doctor's bag, I'll take that. Stim pack. Man. Okay, I thought there were more stim packs there. Ooh. Thank you, Raoul, for this bounty. Whoever you are. Okay, how's my weapon? Let's slap a weapon repair kit on that to increase its value. We'll repair with the assault carbine. Ooh, look at that. A marksman carbine is one of the many Guns 100 weapons, so this is a Master Guns weapon. It's actually really cool. It basically... Obviously, I'm going to find it a little unwieldy because it has a guns requirement of 100. But it is really cool because it has a scope, it has a decent rate of fire, and I think the thing with a carbine, I was asking my dad about it, and he was telling me that carbines, because he what was it? He knew a little bit about firearms, so he was telling me about how a carbine would be a good... I think a carbine is a type of rifle. Or obviously, you know, it's similar to a rifle, but they're kind of different. Carbines are shorter. They typically characterized by shorter barrels, and they're better for medium range. They're better for enclosed spaces than rifles are. Because if you're in an enclosed space, like, they're good for urban warfare, we'll say. So if you're going to be fighting people in a city or a town, you'll have an advantage when using a carbine because you'll be able to be in tighter spaces easier. So I associate... I mean, it might not be an exact equivalent, but in Fallout 4, the way that will modify certain weapons is they have, like... Oh, is a death claw. The way they'll have certain weapons is you'll be able to modify them. Some guns, like pipe guns, you can modify into pistols or rifles. And some guns are just rifles, some guns are just pistols. But I like to modify my stuff. Basically, what I would determine a carbine, at least in the context of Fallout 4, to be, is one that is AP optimized. Because you can modify your weapons in such a way you can increase or decrease their AP costs. Obviously, a lower AP cost is better, but usually increases will come with scopes. Anything that like makes your weapon more powerful, but might also make it more wieldy. So it costs more action points and VATs to use it. But usually things that, you know, like hair triggers or things that increase the rate of fire, shorter ported barrels, things like that will make you have an easier time. Sneak attack on a young Deathclaw. Or young blind Deathclaw, I think. Nope, just young Deathclaw. There are blind Deathclaws somewhere nearby. They don't really need sight to be deadly. But yeah, there's a few Deathclaws around here. Maybe that's what they were talking about the train tunnel. About there being Deathclaws around here. We are definitely in the outskirts. And what was Sunny Smiles or Trudy just saying about that whole area is filled with the kinds of critters that just get mad if you shoot them. I mean, she was talking about the hills north of Good Springs, but in this context, I feel like it also applies here. There's a lot of shit that we're just not totally prepared to fight. Oh boy. And they also have great detection radius too. So you have to be like really good at sneak. Also sneak, even if you have like a mastery of sneak, is not always reliable in this game. Like in Skyrim, you can sneak in broad daylight with varying degrees of success, you know? And there's also invisibility. But even with stealth boys, which make you invisible, sometimes they don't work that well. The thing I love about energy weapons. Oh. Well, we might see a slight increase in the frequency of crashing thanks to the meltdown perk, but I just fucking love that. It's amazing. We'll collect the hands. The pretty, I think this is called like the mountains or something. The name of this track on the thing. New Vegas has got like an interesting ambient track system. There was one that plays, I think the mountain one's the one that plays in the Great Khan's encampment most of the time. And these here, where can I find some the laser rifle scope? Because I'd really love that. Make things so much easier. That is a bona fide death claw. No ifs, ands, or buts. Hell yeah! See how quickly they detect us? There's one behind that rock, I believe. Behind-ish, the rock. We're gonna use some ammo. Hi there, why don't you show us your pretty tail? And they do a lot of damage. In Fallout 4, it's very easy to juke them to kind of stay out of their way and fire on them at a distance. And obviously it kind of takes away their impact by having you fight one in the beginning and power armor and a minigun. When to get either of those things in New Vegas is a lot more complicated. Yeah, like I said, Animal Friend works on animals, but Deathclaws, I think, count as abominations for the purposes of creature classification. I think after when I'm done, I'm going to have another sandwich. I made myself a bunch of really yummy sandwiches, and they actually taste better not microwaved than they do microwaved. But basically, I made 6 sandwiches, each with lettuce, spinach, a ring of onions, or not a ring of, a nice layer of onion, some blackened ranch, Swiss cheese, smoked turkey, and pepperoni. I like to fill it with as many veggies as I could, especially spinach, and it was delicious. I put them in the oven for 20 minutes at 350 so they'd be all nice and toasted, and I think that was the move because I can just pull them out of the fridge, and even though it's cold, it's yummy. It's like eating like Subway or I think we have another sandwich place in Lafayette.
Here we go.
Here we go. Oh God. Do we have to? Let's duck. Don't do it. Don't do it, arcade. Don't do it, Eddie. Oh my good God. Okay. There should not be that many.
Here we go.
We're gonna get creamed. Oh God. What the hell is wrong with you? Let's hope it's just the one. Oh yes, okay. Okay. Oh, y'all duck. Ducking down, duck down. Oh, I guess there's nothing for it. Okay, we'll just stay right here. Don't start any fights. We're not starting. Well, okay, we are starting fights, but we are also finishing them. We are starting fights in a manner.
What a shame.
Oh, did I just hit you? Oh, awesome! We're on a rock. Oh. Sucks to suck, don't it? Oh, they're blind, but they're also... It's not listed whether they're young or old, but they can be young. Like, I think those were baby death claws. Oh boy.
Here we go.
Let's not. Oh, we're gonna dip down. We're gonna dip down. We are. We're gonna dip down. We're gonna let the commotion die down. We are not going to open fire at this time. Arcade, if you open fire at this time, I will put the plasma defender in your ass before firing. And I will continue to aim it at the death claw, so it'll be shooting out of your mouth. And all of your insides will be plasma. I'm just kidding, I wouldn't do that to you. That's pretty hot to imagine, right? Okay, where are you going? Oh my God, okay. All fucking bets are off, holy shit. You better stay on that platform. Oh my God. And just that one. Oh, beautiful. Never underestimate the power of sneak tech critical. Alright, let's collect the spoils of victory. Now, anyone who wanders this way won't necessarily be mauled by a pack of death claws. One of those bigger ones can be scarier because they have more health. In fact, at some point soon, we're going to head to Quarry Junction, and we'll be dealing with a similar issue. Oh, we might be able to handle one. Okay, there's more. There is more than one. Might be just the two. But, you know, I'm trying to get them all, so... Because if you don't get them all, one is going to sneak up on you. One or more is going to sneak up on you. Okay, vantage point. Oh, you're up on that ridge. Well, I mean... One problem solved. Oh, hello. Damn. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. That Deathclaw is heading this way. Okay. Very good. Eddie survived. The fuck is Arcade? Arcade! Where the fuck are you? Where the fuck is Arcade? Lancelot! Okay. What are you... He's enmeshing himself with the rock. Like, oh, I'm fine. I'm done. I'm not worried about that. I am not moisturized. I am staying in my lane, and if something comes this way, I will claw them to death, and that is why I am a Deathclaw. See, is this nice water? Is this nice? That is not nice water. I mean, the Deathclaws might have liked it. A lot of creatures like Deathclaws and whatnot are immune to radiation. Well, I don't actually know about that. Since radiation can't be used as a damage type in New Vegas, you don't really know. But they can be in irradiated areas and be just fine, so... Okay, these aren't the fire ants that have the thing, so... all is well. Okay, that's the wall that you're shooting. You're playing target practice with the safety sign. Which is pretty metal, but... Oh, my shoulder. Yeah, definitely getting myself some more water and a second sandwich. Because I worked hard. I had a jock evening. Over 28 and I'm still talking about jocks and preps. Clearly I've never gotten over that. My negative experiences with the higher hierarchies of public school. The ruling classes of public school. Oh, that's another Cazador. Okay. We remember Cazadors, right? Remember how fun they are? How bombastic they are. They're just silly little things. Silly little... maybe we will stick over... Actually, no, that is directly in our path, so we will be fucking up some... Okay, there's at least two in that direction as you get closer. Because of Eddie's perception thing, Eddie's enhanced sensors, we see enemies a long while. Probably basically as soon as they render into the game. As soon as they spawn in. Let's see, the Legion does not currently hate us because for some reason Kaisar thinks that we'll be willing to work with him. So we could use that as a tactical advantage, but also... Oh... Oh boy. And it's hilly too, so you might not even be able to see some of them until you approach. Within a certain fuck you range. And that right there, over there with the tower and the walls, that is the fort. Also known as Fortification Hill, but they call it the fort It is, oh my good god. It is the headquarters for the Legion. That's where Cheezer is. Oh, man. And they fly super fast. And they're gonna fuck me. Arcade, sweetie, stay out of my line of fire. Because if I turn you into a harmful corona, don't get mad at me. I mean, you won't be. You'll be dead. You won't be anything at me anymore. But you know. Oh, splendid. Okay. Why are you grunting? I'm not even shooting you. Nah, you're at full health. You're being dramatic. Unless he's doing a combat grunt to get his adrenaline up. Sometimes warriors will do that. That was a standard Cazador right there. What was just... Okay, I know this is a be careful what you wish for type scenario, but can y'all please approach already? One at a time, preferably. Oh, fucking... Okay. Arcade, why are you heading towards the Cazadors? We need to approach them in a nice, orderly fashion. And I'm doing another save besides the one. Okay, you're coming this way. I saw one. I saw... Oh, it's real close. It's real... There it is. I see you. I see you, you little shit. Get your ass back here. No calling for reinforcements. You will take your medicine and you will like it. This is a tanning salon over here, and we're about to make sure you're nice and golden crispy. Get your happy ass... Why did that go that direction? I feel like there's a lot more than I want to be here. Fucking, where are you? Where are you? And I'm so sorry. Come back. Come back, please. I know. Neither of us really like each other, so this will end in blood. But before it does, I need you to get within my line of sight and sit perfectly still. Sneak attack critical on Arcade Ganon! You know why that is? Because Arcade Ganon decided to get in my fucking line of fire after I told him not to. Ain't that fucking neat? Okay, he's singing Eddie, and Eddie can't take poison damage, thankfully. So Eddie, maybe you'll be the one to take point. I have gained the Lord Death perk.
Here we go.
Okay.
Looks like break time's over.
If it ever began. Okay. I think we can do this.
Here we go.
Alright, if it attacks Eddie first, then that's ideal. Arcade, you are flesh and blood, and neither of us should be anywhere near a Cazador. And unfortunately, I don't think you can administer anti-venom to characters. Like, you can make them take stim packs, but you can't make them take any venom. Not because they don't want to, but because they don't have the option. I mean, you can make them take stim packs, and you can probably, I don't know, heal them and just wait for the poison to wear off. But if they get stung too many times, I think that poison stacks. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but either way, you eventually find yourself in a not-so-pretty position. Okay, we got about 20 minutes left. I mean, that's not like a hard requirement or anything, but you know. What is this? Oh, we have walked the Mojave. Cap counterfeiting shack. Okay. I think there's a book here. You know what they say, knowledge is power. It's very in the very literal sense in New Vegas. A varmint rifle, I'll take that. Actually, I think a varmint okay. A varmint rifle is not part of the same group as marksman carbines and assault carbines. The groups don't always have clear things that separate them. I think a straight razor can be repaired by a combat. Cap counterfeiting, that's a very interesting concept. Basically, the thought that there can be counterfeit caps. It's kind of like... Oh, we'll take these, we'll collect them, sure, why not? It's kind of like, you know how back in the day, a lot of the nations of Turtle Island will, especially if they're by the sea, they would use seashells as currency. Because I think I was learning about my intro to Native American Studies class. The professor was talking about how with any currency, it should be something that's recognizable, something that's in a certain level of rarity and commonality for how it turns up. And something that's relatively uniform, so it would be used as currency, as basically dollars. I wonder if that's where the term sand dollar comes from. Obviously, nowadays, I think they just use US dollars, but still. I just thought that was interesting because it has a parallel to bottle caps, because of the fact that they're just that right level of common. And they're pretty durable. They're relatively durable enough unless you specifically seek to alter them, or you just get mad and you bend them in your hands or something. But you know, since it's money, people are probably going to take better care of it. And you actually I won't spoil that part. Okay, cap counterfeiting shack. I think that's Tales of a Jointtown Jerky vendor. Yep, barter. Eventually, oh, we already got the barter perk. The pack rat perk is very helpful. So, just like there's counterfeit currency, like counterfeit dollars and counterfeit whatnot, apparently there can also be a counterfeit cap. And it's kind of funny, the concept of it, because it's like, so what if you produce more bottle caps? Like, what's the big deal there? And the thing is, they're producing bottle caps to appear as if they were made before the war, and because they're not producing it officially, like they're not producing it with the NCR, it counts as like it's very odd. It's very interesting. But apparently, if you make your own bottle caps, if you manufacture them, then that is counterfeit bottle caps. So traders and caravans will actively be scanning to see if your bottle caps are authentic. Capitalism is so fucking weird sometimes. I'll try to find knives and straight razors to repair the combat knives with, because they're just so valuable and they're ooh. Saw a little bit of lag there. What are we doing? Yeah, I think a nice, delicious sandwich. And I use my weapon repair kit. Uh-oh. I think the baby ones might even be more venomous, so I'm not sure. Because you know how, like, most venomous animals and insects and whatnot, by the time they're adults, they learn how to properly manage their venom. So if they bite or sting you, it most likely will be several times and not just one time, because each sting will they'll have a moderate amount of venom that they use, so that they can gauge to pacify their prey, or, you know, take care of the threat or whatever is going on there. But with babies, typically they haven't learned how to do that yet, so when they bite, they use all of their venom the one good time, which leaves them vulnerable, but it also fucks up whatever it bites. And that might not be the case for every animal like that, or every insect. I don't even know if it's the case with the baby cazadors, but I just figured, like, oh, maybe. It makes sense that it would operate like that. So yeah, basically if you find venomous things out there, don't think that if it's a baby it's going to be any less harmful. Unless its teeth or stinger or whatever hasn't fully grown. Okay, we don't really need to be right over there. I like how he's just like, he's like a crazy expectation that I have communicated, or that I have placed upon him by sneaking and wanting him to sneak as well.
Looks like break time's over.
That's not good. That means we're within range.
Here we go.
Y'all might have this. Nice. My team is not slouches. Alright? It gotta be at least something that will step within vision and or range. There's a handful of cazadors over there. 666, make a wish. There was this organization in town called the Secular Humanists. I mean, they've got like other, like, I think secular humanism is a belief that's held by a lot of people, but basically it's for if you're not religious, but you place your faith in humanity, essentially, is my basic understanding of it. They don't use books or anything, they just kind of exist. Sometimes they do charitable things, or they'll do gatherings. I'm thinking about getting involved with that. And how do I put it? I'm not religious. I wouldn't even say that I'm spiritual, but I do believe in the power of life. And the prospect of humanism, the concept of humanism, it's a lot like the concept of womanism. Basically what I've heard from an old pal / colleague back in the day is that womanism is basically a belief. It's kind of like feminism, only you know how feminism typically advocates for equality. This simply upholds women. Like, it doesn't focus on women's rights as they pertain towards men's rights, or as they pertain to the greater sphere. They just focus on womanhood. I think humanism does something similar, where it focuses on humanity, but not as they're superior to animals, but simply on the concept of humanity as a unified force that can act for good. Like, you know how a lot of people believe that because we are animals, a lot of people believe that humans are not any class in any way different from animals. We just exist, and we are simply more complicated and somewhat, in some ways, smarter animals, and that we should use our smarts and our intellectual abilities to safeguard other life. And that we can coexist and we can care for one another appropriately without having to tear each other down. I share that belief. Like, y'all know, I don't necessarily always participate in activism and acts of revolution all the time, at least not anymore. But I still want to do what I can. And if I hit this? Okay, it's fine. We could step in here real quick. I think there's another thing in here. Captain Dean, Is this where I can find Dean's electronics? Oh hey, giant rats. But we're friendly with them, because we got Animal Friend. Hi, little guy. Little thing, little critter. I like Animal Friend, it just feels peaceful. Knowing that you have, like, a strong enough connection with nature that you can just coexist even with normally hostile creatures. I like that. So if we happened upon a Yao Guai, it would probably go the same way. Do we have a wrench? Sorry, I keep sniffling. Wrench, wonder glue, scrap metal, scrap electronics. We just need some duct tape. Duct tape. We need duct tape. I need to free myself of having to think I have to say duct tape. I think I heard it on Home Improvements one time, and oh, one of the knives fell, and now I couldn't get it out of my head after that. See, 500 for something that with Pack Rat weighs only half a unit. That's good eats. And combat knives, I think, are level 50. Yep, level 50 melee. I don't think, if I remember, I don't think Fallout 3 had skill requirements. It's just you always wanted to use the best version of a weapon, you know? And Fallout 4 doesn't have skill requirements either, but they do have clear tiers of weaponry. I should probably have them wait here, because if I worry that if Arcade swims down with me, he's gonna suffocate. Well, maybe he'll have enough good sense to not do all that. Rebreather. Look at this. It kind of looks... Oh, fuck. It's doing that thing to my nose is clipping through it. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that sucks. You know what? Maybe it'll just be a thing that it's not necessarily closed at the nose right there, but it's closed around my nostrils. Maybe that's what I'll tell myself to make myself feel better about that. That it's not a complete closed thing. We just won't turn on the... It looks pretty cool with the combat armor though, right? It looks kind of like... I kind of got like a Vilgax vibe going on here. Wanna swim with me, Arcade? Eddie, you'll probably just be hovering above the water. But you are welcome to. Nice, clean water. Let me drink that. Look at this. life has grown here. Well, perhaps we'll revisit this area at a later time, but for now, we got a job to do. Oh, Eddie can swim too, okay. Okay, yeah, he's fine. He's taking care of himself, and I'm not worried about Eddie suffocating. This is so nice and peaceful. I'm sure that, you know, because of all the life on the water, it's not exactly clean, but it just looks so clean and so beautiful. It's little places like this is one of the many reasons why I love this game so much, is you have these peaceful spots that are just like, it's just such a simple thing. You need a rebreather to go down and like spend any reliable amount of time down here. I mean, you could probably do it with that one, but you just come down here and you just look at all the fish. These are fish. You gotta look at the fish, you look at the plant life. It's just beautiful. It's probably so nice and cool too. Alright. This appears to be a good location to attach one of the deployable ballast packages. Would you like to attach to the plane? Yes, please. Okay, so once that deploys, it's gonna be very, very buoyant. Which I'm curious is exactly what it's gonna fill with. Air? Because you need, maybe the air is compressed? I don't know if that's how that works. We're to the shore near the tow winch and use Loyal's detonator to float the B-29 to the surface. So if they have this, they can make themselves a bomber. I love this music that plays right here at this spot. It's the same one that plays in the Good Springs and or the 188 train post. Yeah, we're not that far from sunrise too. Oh, okay. Ooh. It's done. Okay, so they're kind of circular. Alright, we'll travel back to... we'll fast travel back there and we'll let them know. The hangars? Yeah, probably the hangars. Probably where they're most likely to be.
I hear you're going to help. I hope you're up for the task.
You don't hear that. You told me what to do. Like, that's
It's going to be a dream come true once you've raised that bomber from Lake Mead.
Your plan worked. The plane floated up. Seemed to be intact.
That's tremendous. I'll transmit instructions to the robots to start packing up the plane to bring it back to Nellis.
How exactly do you plan to get the plane back here?
I just told you, the robots are going to handle it. They'll break the plane down into pieces and move it up from Colville Bay in one shot.
Are you planning to use diversionary tactics to draw whose attention? Okay.
Exactly. We'll be shelling an unoccupied location in outer Vegas to get their attention elsewhere. By the time they realize they aren't under attack, the plane and the bots will be long gone.
Oh, like
The kids
New
wish
Vegas
we
and
were
the
shelling a real
NCR.
target, but Pearl thinks it's wise not to start up a war, just as the lady has risen.
She's right. Okay, well, I'm glad to have helped.
Hey, I'd better get rolling. Jack and I have a lot of work ahead of us.
Now I'm going to report the good news to Mother Pearl. For better or worse, we have helped the boomers fulfill their destiny, so they are on that path.
You aren't. Hello.
No, I'm not stealing from you.
How can Mother Pearl be of help today?
I've spoken to Loyal. The B-29 is on the way.
What you have done for us is a miracle, child. You have fulfilled the only dreams we ever had outside our walls. You are a trusted friend of us all. If there is ever a way for us to help you, child, tell me, and I will make it so.
Well, there may be a battle in the near future at the Hoover Dam. Can you offer any assistance?
Of course, my child. After all that you have done for us, we would love to help you in the upcoming battle. After all the training in virtual reality, the young ones will relish an opportunity to put their skills to battle. We'll be there when you need us. Bye.
Awesome. So, here's the thing about that. The boomers have vowed to support me. So, whichever side I'm fighting for, whether it's myself, whether it's Mr. House, well, he's dead now, but whether it's the NCR or the Legion, they will bomb on my behalf. So, if I tell the NCR they have agreed to help me, that is exactly what that means. They have not agreed to help anyone else but me. Oh, where's the entrance? There. Okay, probably right about here. But yeah, that's the stream for tonight, or that's the two-part stream because of the fucking incident with the device thing. It basically, oh, it made me so mad. It happened with my, on the last stream with the encounter with Benny, when I accidentally clicked the device option, which basically meant that my thing was, that the thing, like, it did the thing that I was talking about where there was a delay between my audio and the game audio. So I was saying things, and then I would be saying things, and then I would click on the dialogue option, but then the dialogue would get clicked before I do that. So he would basically, I'd be like, Benny, what are you talking? And then as soon as I'm about to finish, what are you talking about? He's like, I'm talking about blah 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 blah. And it was just, I was like, that was supposed to be an important moment, and it was fucking ruined over the Xbox being a little funny little bitch. Actually, no, I'm sorry. You're okay, Xbox. I'm working on being kinder towards my technology. Like, even if it's not an animate object in any way, if it's literally just inanimate, maybe it's an autism thing, but I personify my objects, like my possessions sometimes. I remember when I was a kid, I was like really upset because we were getting rid of a couch or something. Like, we were either selling it or it was broken, so we were throwing it away. And I was basically, at one point, I was begging my mom and dad. I was like, I gotta go say bye-bye to the couch. So it was kind of funny, but also it kind of sucks because, like, I don't want to feel bad because I'm throwing away or disposing of one of my possessions. But maybe it is like the memories and stuff that I associate with it. I don't like that I always get mad at my Xbox anytime something goes wrong, so I've been a little more patient with it lately. But yeah, that's a friggin' stream. I don't know what we're gonna do next stream. I think we'll just follow the NCR's lead for now, because they're the missions that they want us to do. Obviously, we're gonna be doing them our way when we get to some of the more complicated ones. But with the boomers, I'd say like that was simple. Like that was kind of aligned with everybody's purposes. So we'll see how that whole thing pans out. We're gonna be using the NCR to be very helpful towards everyone in the Mojave. In the meantime, this is the end of the stream. Thank y'all for watching. I will probably see y'all on Sunday. Bye.